You're listening to Manx Radio, and I'm Judith Lay, welcoming you to the podcast of Today at the Guild, results and winning performances from the Manx Music, Speech and Dance Festival.
Manx Radio coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Manx Radio. First am I, and a very good evening to you. Welcome to Friday night's edition of Today at the Guild. This is Judith here with so much great entertainment to share with you. We have songs from the show's popular standard songs. We have school choirs, the spoken word, and the big news that huge congratulations to 11-year-old Penny Lavery, the winner of this year's Sheffield Plate. She sang beautifully, accompanied by Madeline Kelly. The adjudicator was full of very, very complimentary things to say about all our young singers. But it was Penny who, on the night, just had that little extra something that caught the attention of the adjudicator. And Penny is the winner. She now holds the Sheffield Plate for the next year. She's a pupil of Sing Up of Olivia Landors. And a little bit later in the programme, I'll be playing not just Penny's winning song, but also a class-winning performance from the spoken word, which another prize which Penny took today in competition. But we've lots of music, so let's pitch straight in with a wonderful performance from Hannah Clinton, who took first place in Songs from the Shows. 91 marks for Hannah Clinton. She's going to sing for you now.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Who is he with his marry me, with his ring and his marry me, the nerve, the goal. This is not what was meant to be. How could he ruin it all with those two words? I thought I knew him, not that he knew me. When did it change? What did I miss? A kiss when I thought all along that we were meant to forge frontiers. How could I be so wrong? And I need my sisters here. If I can't share my dreams, what were they for? I thought our promise meant that we would never change and never part. I thought together we'd amaze the world. How can I live my dreams or even start when everything has come apart? I thought home was all I'd ever want, my attic all I'd ever need. Now nothing feels the way it was before, and I don't know how to proceed. I only know I'm meant for something more. I've got to know if I can be
as you can hear from that, a very, very popular performance there, very well received from Hannah Clinton. She chose Astonishing from the musical Little Women, her accompanist Gareth Moore, and there's a huge audience in the Royal Hall. So good to see so many people out supporting everyone, all our musicians, everybody who was entertaining us, and lots of people in the Royal Hall, and indeed good audiences in the Promenade Suite as well. Really, really good to see that. So there we had a first prize in songs from the musicals. This is the adult class. Hannah Clinton, first prize there with 91 marks. It was full of great performances. Some maybe we'll have time for tonight, but certainly when we have our roundup on Sunday night, on Sundown. Sundown will be back at the Guild. It's our last real coverage of the Guild for this year. Will be on Sundown here on Manx Radio, 9 o'clock on Sunday night. And then, of course, we use our Guild music all through the year for our local music spot on Sundown. So lots of opportunities to play the great music and spoken word and instrumentals. Lots of opportunity for you to continue to hear those here on Manx Radio. Sunday night is the home of local music, and I just feel it's such a privilege to be able to play it for you. Now, from songs from the shows, let's stay with the classes that were in the Royal Hall last night. But there was a great variety, because from songs from the shows, incidentally, Danielle Bridson was in second place there with 90 marks. So this gives you some idea of the really high quality of the singing there. Her choice was from Wicked, Defying Gravity from Wicked. That musical has been very popular over the last years in the Guild. Lots of popular song choices from that musical. But we're just going to leave that for one moment, and I'm going to play for you another class-winning performance. And this time I've got a man to entertain you. And this is the class for music hall and comic song. It's an adult class. It's an own choice. Any song from any era, music hall and comic song. And this is a first placed performance from Richard Corlett. Again, the accompanist for this class is Gareth Moore. And Richard took first place with 90 marks and The Isle of Man. Will you welcome on stage Richard Corlett?
When summer breezes blow with pockets full of dough, you take a trip across the briny ocean. You sail to Mona's Isle, the sunny hours beguile, are swearing all the time of our devotion. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, that's the place to spend a holiday. You stroll along the promenade and do the la-di-da, and squander all your money on the toast racker. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, that's the place to find the pretty pearls. But why should they call it the Isle of Man? Why not the Isle of Girls? When swimming in the sea, you see what you can see, and with the girls upon the beach you mingle. You're bobbing here and there, the girl with golden hair is bobbing up and down upon the shingle. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, that's the place to spend a holiday. You stroll along the promenade and do the la-di-da, and squander all your money on the toast racker. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, that's the place to find the pretty pearls. But why should they call it the Isle of Man? Why not the Isle of Girls? You think you look a brute in your nifty swimming suit, and to the ladies give such killing glances. Just then the summer rain starts pouring once again, and very soon puts paid to all your chances. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, that's the place to spend a holiday. You stroll along the promenade and do the la-di-da, and squander all your money on the toast racker. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, That's the place to find the pretty pearls. But why should they call it the Isle of Man? Why not the Isle of Girls? When spooning on the head, you say you'd like to wed and give the girlie such a lot of kisses. She says you are a dear, just then a voice you hear. Don't trust him, gentle maiden, I'm his missus. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, that's the place to spend a holiday. You stroll along the promenade and do the la-di-da and squander all your money on the toast racker. The Isle of Man, the Isle of Man, that's the place to find the prettiest pearls. But why should they call it the Isle of Man? Why not the Isle of Girls?
The wonderful Richard Corlett and the Isle of Man. 90 marks he got for that, and a very well-deserved first place in the music hall and comic song class. And the class before that on stage in the Royal Hall last night was the popular song, and the range for choosing your song here was 1980 to the present. And it's the same rule that applies to all the popular song classes, that the date range changes, but it says that it's always a song of your own choice, written between the specified dates, in this case 1980 and the present day, that was written for immediate appeal, but it's become part of the long-term repertoire of popular music or jazz. So you get lots of really interesting choices and very interesting interpretations. Now, we had a first place here for Danielle Bridson. Danielle came second in the songs from the musicals, but Danielle won the popular song class, and Richard Costain came second. Now, what's interesting about Danielle and Richard is that both of them sang from the piano and they accompanied themselves. Just the ultimate in multitasking. Sing, play the piano and win the class. Brilliant. Let's listen now first to Danielle Bridson, class winner of the Popular Standard Song, and her choice is I Have Nothing, and Danielle is not only singing but self-accompanying on the piano.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much, just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. You see through right to the heart of where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Your love I remember forever. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Must I imagine you there? Don't look away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. If I don't have
And that was a class-winning performance from Danielle Bridson, accompanying herself on piano, and I Have Nothing. And for that, Danielle took first place in the popular song. Second place, also accompanying himself on piano, was Richard Costain, and we will hear his choice a little bit later in the programme. But right now, it is Sheffield Plate time. And I had time to go into the hall to watch and listen to this competition because there was enough time to do that and still come up to the studio. And massive congratulations to all the young people involved, because these are some of our youngest singers, possibly the ones with the least experience. And to get up onto that Royal Hall stage, it's a big, big stage for a youngster, and they all did brilliantly, sang superbly, looked very, very confident. If there were any nerves, they certainly didn't let them show. So congratulations to Parker Kissack, to Lila King, Cara Rolls, Luena Jockin, Kasha Ashton, and congratulations to the winner of the Sheffield Plate for 2023, accompanied by Madeline Kelly and singing the test piece that was set for her age range. This is the Sheffield Plate winner, Penny Lavery, singing for you now, Shiny.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
A pool in the sunshine is bright to with a cold clear light like ice on fire.
A difficult song, beautifully delivered by Penny Lavery, accompanied by Madeline Kelly, and congratulations to Penny Lavery, winner of the 2023 Sheffield Plate. Now, if you've been investigating our videos, our Guild videos on Manx Radio's YouTube channel, very shortly you will see a little video of Penny and her teacher Olivia Landals talking to us about that song, about her music in general. She's 11, says Penny. She is a terrific character, loads and loads of personality, as well as loads of ability. Penny has been in a number of classes over this last week, and in fact won another class just yesterday. And this is the spoken word for up to 15-year-olds. And the spoken word, this particular class, is for works by Manx authors. Listen now to Penny Lavery, another class-winning performance, and she has chosen from the Manx author Pam Crowe. This is Penny Lavery.
Crogga Hollow by Pam Crowe. Down at the Crogga Hollow, water sprites do skip and play, about most in the twilight, not in the broad of day. Fat ducks glide on the water, sleek moorhens strut around, and peeping out between the reeds, the sprites make sweet a sound. The reeds make handsome little flutes, a spider's web, a string for lutes. If silent, you are sure to hear the lovely music played by ear. Go slowly past the Crogga, where the stream slides lazy by. At early light and dusky night, the little sprites are nigh.
Absolutely charming. Penny Lavery, Crogga Hollow by Pam Crowe. And that was another class-winning performance, spoken word, works by Manx authors. So, from a young performer, 11-year-old Penny, to a gentleman, I'm sure that Arthur Cowley won't mind me mentioning the fact that he's had his 90th birthday. And we were very concerned and disappointed when we didn't see Arthur at the beginning of the week in the folk song class, because that's a class that Arthur particularly enjoys. And he did tell me a few weeks ago that he was looking forward to singing a song that had been given to him. Now, Arthur is a bit of a connoisseur of amusing songs, folk songs, and we were really looking forward to the selection. But Arthur, unfortunately, wasn't very well last weekend. So we were delighted to see that he was back out and on stage last night. It was not quite a class-winning performance, not quite, simply because the wonderful Richard Corlett, with his Taking Us to the Isle of Man, pipped him to the post with 90 marks. But Arthur did brilliantly with this song, 87 marks. The song has been arranged for him by Wendy McDowell, who is also Arthur's accompanist. Let's listen now to the story of The Farmer, as told by Arthur Cowley, with a bit of help from Wendy McDowell.
Good evening, everyone. Fast am I. Good to be with you again. I'm sorry to kept you waiting. This is a song about a farmer and his daughter. They'd been to market for the day. They were travelling home in the horse and cart, and this is what happened. Oh, the night was dark, the road was long, the owls they went hoo-hoo. It was never a night for the likes of me to be out with the likes of you. On a night like this so long ago, a farmer and his daughter were trotting home on a horse and cart he had newly bought her. They'd been to the market for the day, his freedom he had won. Away from his wife, the bane of his life, with a mouth like a 12-inch gun. Oh, the night was dark, the road was long, the owls they went hoo-hoo. It was never a night for the likes of me to be out with the likes of you. Oh, Nellie dear, the farmer said, I need you to be brave. For I've caught the scent of highwaymen with their rum and their aftershave. But they will pillage, rob and loot, and I will stake my pension. They might get up to other things I hesitate to mention. Oh, the night was dark, the road was long, the owls they went hoo-hoo-hoo. It was never a night for the likes of me to be out with the likes of you. So Nelly took the bag of gold they had earned at market. They won't get this, the maiden cried, for in my mouth I'll park it. She'd scarcely done what she has said when the robbers did appear, with leather cosh and buckled squash and other macho gear. The leader shouted, "Stop, old man, and don't you cause a fuss, or your daughter chaste will get a taste of my trusty blunderbuss." "Oh, share her life," the farmer cried, as from the cart he jumps. "As you can see by the size of her face, she's just gone down with the mumps." Oh, the night was dark, the road was long, the owls they went hoo-hoo. It was never a night for the likes of me to be out with the likes of you. So they tore their barber jackets off and stole their wellies green. But Nelly kept her mouth shut while the robbers searched in vain. And they did search both high and low, but of the gold got none. So they stole the farmer's horse and cart, and away to the woods did run. Now they were alone and tramping home. The farmer said to his daughter, "Though you were bold and hid the gold from that antisocial robber, yet your mother could have saved the day with a mouth like the jaws of hell. If she'd opened it wide, there'd be room inside for the horse and cart as well." Oh, the night was dark, the road was long, the owls they went hoo-hoo. It was never a night for the likes of me to be out with the likes of you.
Thank you to the wonderful Arthur Cowley, accompanied by Wendy McDowell, and the story of the farmer and his daughter. Thank you, Arthur. Just great. It's one of those songs he just makes you smile and really lifts your spirits. Long may you continue to entertain us, Arthur. Now, how about some school choirs? I have got some beautiful singing for you. It was a very good day today for Ballacottier School. They took a couple of first prizes, but I've got some lovely singing from them and from the Buchan School as well. You're going to love this. Let's start with Ballacottier Primary School. And this is the class for mixed choirs. Again, young singers, because we've got 8 to 11-year-olds. So young voices. Ballacottier, you know, it's going to be Katie Lawrence who is standing in front of them and just bringing out all the music that there is there in front of the young people. So let's listen now to part of their class-winning performance, Ballacottier Primary School, and they're singing for you now, "Whenever the Wind is High."
Whenever the moon and stars are set, whenever the wind is high, all night long in the dark and wet, a man goes riding by. Late in the night when the fires are out, why is the elm down about? Whenever the trees are crying aloud and ships are tossed at sea, by the highway low and out, by the narrow sea, by the galley goes, and then playing, and the gallop again, again.
A winning performance there from Ballacottier Primary School, Whenever the Wind is High. Now, in this class for mixed choirs, they were required to sing two contrasting pieces. So that was their stirring, lively piece, and they contrasted that with You Raise Me Up, something else that we've got on the listening to list coming along very soon. But I'd like to play you some music now from the Buchan School. The Buchan were in second place in the mixed choir class, and their slightly more reflective piece is the youngsters of the Buchan School. Remember that the age range for this choir is young singers. It's 8 to 11-year-olds, so lots of young voices here. The Buchan School and All I Need to Know. Those are lovely words, aren't they? Be kind. How true, how sometimes very difficult. That was a second place performance from the Buchan School Choir, and that was in the mixed choirs class. And their pianist there was Steve Dakin. I was talking to Steve afterwards, and he said, "We're not accompanists anymore, you know." I said, "Aren't you?" "No," he said. "No," he said, "the correct term is we are collaborative pianists." So I wrote it down immediately so I could memorise it. But actually, it's not a bad idea, is it? Because there is a collaboration, isn't there, between any singer, any choir, ensemble, and whoever is accompanying them. There is a very obvious collaboration, and you can sometimes feel that real support that is given out. We've talked about this, haven't we, on a number of occasions. Now, there was also another class in the Royal Hall today, the Gaelic Choirs class, and we had Braddon School and Ballacottier Primary School fighting it out here. Well, you know, in the nicest possible way. And I'm going to play you some of the winning performance from Ballacottier in just a few moments because, interestingly, they sang as part of their little miniature choir. They had to sing two contrasting pieces. They'd chosen a composition by David Kilgallen, and to my limited knowledge, I confess, this is the first time I've heard something that David has written. I've listened to him play many times. Very, very talented musician, but really nice to feature one of his compositions, and we'll be doing that in just a moment. But ahead of that, let's have some more spoken word. And this was, again, a class-winning performance by John Cashin, and this was last night in the Promenade Suite. And Annie Kissack has written, just quite recently published, a beautiful collection of her poems. It's called Mona Sings. If you haven't come across this, I would strongly recommend it. It's a beautiful collection of Annie's work, and it is very, very beautifully presented and illustrated. And John Cashin chose a piece from this because I believe, I haven't got too many details, but I believe that the place that is described in Annie's work is somewhere that John has a particular connection to. But it's just, I think, sufficient to sit back and enjoy this from a very accomplished artist of the spoken word. This is John Cashin with his choice, Knowing Our Places, from the collection of poetry Mona Sings by Annie Kissack. This is John Cashin.
Knowing Our Places, from Mona Sings by Annie Kissack. Having little to say to us, and we nothing to say to him, we walked the summer hedges nonetheless, which are now gone, most of them. It was a gesture of love, I think, all he knew to do, and in my older years I thank him for it. It was a soft landscape we walked, one he knew well from youth, before the hard words of men pulled him in. But he had sturdy legs still, even in his 70s. And out here there must have been something of his essence, some early echoes, though he, like the pattern of the fields, their character and edges, was obscured with time. He walked the landscapes of a lonely man, and we with him. Inland we went, away from the sea, where Onken Parish pushed towards the distant hills in gentle lines, small lanes, old tracks through fields and on the top of hedges. He knew them all. Hilbury, Cronknamona, the Clips, Cerridou. Sometimes he'd stop to take a photograph, but not of us. It was grey farms and heavy clouded hills, a scattering of sheep, a great stillness he chose to picture. Later to paint in the pale watercolours of his time. Nothing grand. When he died, there were hundreds of them. Some half finished, faded. They were, I understand, memories of what could not be said, but was simply known. Some hang now on my wall. Today, from the house I can see Skird, the Trammen, Airy Stane, steep Cronknairy Lay and the great Canarns. Here is where I walk, often alone. These are my boundaries, the markers of the southern tribe to which I now belong. I love this landscape. The hills are high, fields breaking up, the hedges falling down. Fierce boglands of burnt orange sinking in deep folds. heather rising, grey mountain bones poking through. If I could paint, I would paint this land for you, claim it in its vivid autumn hues, before the sun drops into the gaping mouth of the slough and the lights go down on this side of the hill.
That's just beautiful. Knowing Our Places, from the collection of poetry Mona Sings by Annie Kissack, and it was a class-winning performance from John Cashin. You know, the hardest thing that I have to do every day is to decide what to put into the programme, because there is so much that I want to share with you. But that is why, first of all, I'm happy that we've got a longer programme on Sunday night between 9 and midnight. We can pack it with the whole of the Cleveland Medal Test. Incidentally, the Cleveland Medal Test is happening now. Even as I'm broadcasting, they're singing on stage. We've got all the finalists recreating the two songs that they sang to qualify for the Cleveland Medal. They're singing those again on stage. And I have to say that I saw a couple of the people who were preparing to go on stage as I was leaving to come down and do this programme. And I tell you, as far as appearance goes, they all deserve the first prize. Everybody looked really, really beautiful, because it is a special night, isn't it? And it's a great opportunity. Evening dress for the gentlemen, and the girls all in beautiful evening dresses and everything. Everyone looked fantastic. And I know they'll be sounding fantastic. It's so difficult. The adjudicators, they all say the same thing. When they have to pick somebody, there's very, very little between everybody, that there isn't a clear winner, somebody who is vastly better than everyone else. They have all said a number of times over this week, this is my choice now. Maybe tomorrow I'd pick differently. But that is what it's about, isn't it? So we shall see. I will be off air by the time the Cleveland Medal is decided, but I can tell you that if you're listening to Chris Quirk here on Manx Radio tomorrow morning after 10:30, then we'll have the information for you there, and perhaps just a little bit of an interview with whoever it is who has got the Cleveland Medal. We'll bring you that information. And like I say, we will be going back to the Guild 9 o'clock Sunday night to bring you the whole of the Cleveland Medal Test and lots more winning performances and second place performances and things that I've just really enjoyed listening to. I'll be playing them all for you on Sunday night. But now, going to play you that song from David Kilgallen, who composed this, and it was performed by Ballacottier Primary School. Now, this was part of their winning performance in the Gaelic Choirs class, and it is Tehi Teggy by David Kilgallen. This is Ballacottier Primary School, of course, conducted by the wonderful Katie Lawrence.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.
Ballacottier Primary School, Tehi Teggy, composed by David Kilgallen, and that was part of their class-winning performance in the Gaelic choirs. Now, let's go back to a class that we've visited before, and this was the popular song that was won by Danielle Bridson. But I want to play you the second-placed song because, again, this was somebody who played the piano at the same time, and it was just wonderful to welcome Richard Costain back to the island, especially for the Guild. Richard, such a fine singer. He's a pharmacist in Alder Hay Hospital, I think he is now, in Liverpool, and he loves being part of the music life on Merseyside, but he loves his island. And back for the Guild, let's listen to him now. Richard Costain, and the song is Stay.
If this world is wearing thin and you're thinking of escape, I'll go anywhere with you. Just wrap me up in chains when you try to go alone. Don't think I'll understand. Stay with me. Stay with me. In the silence of your room, in the darkness of your dreams, you must only think of me. There can be no in between. When your pride is on the floor, I'll make you beg for more. Stay with me. Stay with me. You better hope and pray that you make it one day back to your own world. You better hope one day that one day you'll wake in your own world. 'Cause when you sleep at night, they don't hear cries in your own world. 'Cause only time will tell if you can break the spell in your own world. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me.
And I wish I could stay with you, but I have to move out of the studio. Thank you to Richard Costain. Thank you to you for listening. 9 o'clock Sunday night, we'll be opening our late lounge door, and I hope that I will be able to welcome you in as we reprise some more winning performances and the whole of the Cleveland Medal Test. For me, Judith, good night. Evi.
Manx Radio's coverage of the Manx Music Festival is brought to you with Spectrum Windows. Find them on Facebook or spectrumwindows.im.